More truth. It works! It works! Hello everyone! Okay, so I figured out my problem. My computer blue screen, which is, it happens once in a while. It's an error code called IRQL not less than or equal. I've never figured out how to solve it, but what it is memory trying to access something that's either not there anymore or it shouldn't be trying to access at any given moment. And like I said, I don't know what causes it because the reasons it happens are fucking in the thousands. And narrowing it down is apparently a bitch.
Well,
So,
you should do that.
I was having this issue where afterwards it was causing my computer itself to just fucking lock up, freeze, and whenever I tried to hit record on OBS or something, it was so confusing. So I was like, well, okay, what do I do? I looked around at my computer and what it was doing, and I was like, all right, well, here's an idea. We can simply get it to... We can simply look at what's using up memory, and I noticed that the Razer software was spiking every time I opened up a game, like World of Warcraft, Star Wars, and I was like, well, that's not normal. It's not supposed to do that. So what I did is I just stopped that process entirely and stopped it from starting up when I restarted the computer, and now it's working completely smoothly. For some reason, it was causing an issue with encoding on the stream itself. So give me a quick sec here. I need to go back to... Never mind, I fixed it. Okay, so Silly and I are now going to go through this area. Let me just send out a message. Computer, blue screen. Thank you for sticking with me. I had canceled the stream, sort of, but yeah. There's just a chance to hopefully finish this area on these characters. On the bright side, Silly did finish his story. Character story.
That's right. I'm good at that.
Alright, let's go talk to K4 and... Because we also got the quests in the area to do.
Directive 7.
What?
I think that K4NV is Directive 7.
Really?
Stand back.
Talk to them.
She's dangerous.
Oh, it is Directive 7. Okay, we did Directive 7.
That's what you think.
Why is it got like a purple mark over its head? Like, that's what we do. Alright, well, let's come talk to Jairus Rez over here at least.
I'm ruined. Finished. Those Blastosalonians with their riots and their mangy hides. Too busy fighting the Empire to think about the working man, the entrepreneur.
Find some self-respect, worm.
Worm.
I just don't like those animals getting between me and my payday. Major Tradic's expecting me to deliver a shipment of military-grade ordnance, but the Furball Coalition won't even let a rumor get through. It's not just the Solonians either. Wookiees, Strawl, just about every flea bag in the galaxy's stonewalling me.
A Sith fears no one.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, I bet you could do something about those walking carpets. I'm sure you don't give a Cathar's hackles about me, but there's an entire regiment of Imperial troops waiting for this gear. If you clear out those mongrels, I should be able to deliver the merchandise. Heck, I'll cut you in on a slice of the profits.
I agree to your terms.
So you'll do it? Maybe I'm not headed for financial ruin after all. The Wookiees and the Drawl are the ones I'm most concerned about. Thin their numbers a bit, and we'll be in business.
Thin their numbers a bit, and they'll be in business. Alright, any other quests in this area? Okay. Major Tradic.
Darth Decimus said you'd be coming. Welcome to the Blitz. What we've got here is a cleanup operation. Factories were moving massive amounts of supplies to rebels across Corellia. Bomber brigades came in. We rained fire on their heads, ripped the factories apart. We just need to beat down the rebels hiding out inside.
Why the hesitation?
My boys are in the field, but the enemy's tearing them apart. Now that you're here, we can revise our attack. We're getting intel from an inside source. Unfortunately, his dalliances with the local women make him perpetually late.
Manners, Major Tradick. We all have our vices. I'm sorry we haven't met. I'm Darbin Sul, Corellia's top counselor, friend to the Empire. I hope the Major hasn't dirtied my reputation.
Nope, silly
I
has
hear
dirtied
you're
it.
feeding us intel on the rebels.
I have friends, acquaintances in the Resistance. I pretend I'm sympathetic to their fight, and they tell me things like who's supplying them. Certain factories were churning out military-grade munitions, battle droids, you name it. All donated right to the Resistance across the core worlds.
That's why we bombed those factories into an inferno.
Oh, I hit a
Not
button.
quite the subtle approach I hoped for. The bombardment trapped the rebels in the burning wreckage. Now they're angry, desperate, and sitting on the largest weapons stockpile in the core. If the rebels get those weapons functional,
Give me
we
a
may as well
minute, I
abandon
gotta go
Corellia.
open my front door.
Okay.
Next time, handle your own affairs.
Those Corellians fight dirty. Whatever munitions they've got have downed every squad sent their way.
You'll do better. Just wipe out their weaponry. If I know my people, they'll bow to the Empire once their hope is crushed.
Once their hope is crushed. Wow, that's brutal. Oh man, it's pretty quiet today though. Holy crap. Oh, I hate blue screens of death. They're the worst. So yeah, you guys have Razer services on your computer, which they haven't caused me any issues before this, but apparently they are now. Not great. On the bright side, I'm going to be picking up some new RAM and a new graphics card for my computer here soon. Once Silly gets back, we will continue on with Corellia. No, I don't. Jobs. Alright, so we have a bit of an issue here where, yeah, my computer keeps blue screening because, I say keeps, like it happens often. It doesn't actually happen all that often. It just seems to happen when I'm streaming, of course, 'cause I do that the most, so. IRQL not less than or equal. See if I can look that up. Give you guys an idea of how that works. So, IRQL. If anybody has any.
You're welcome.
Hello. Are you welcome for?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, I was trying to I got a message, so I had to check it, and then I went to type something. I went to put my hand back on my keyboard, and I hit I don't know what the hell button I hit, and it just canceled the whole dialogue.
Oh.
Couldn't have been spacebar. Spacebar just advances the scene by one voice line.
Yeah. The only thing I know that closes you out is escape.
But I didn't hit escape.
Yeah. Unless there's another button that you have that's bound to
I don't.
and hit escape. Or there's more buttons that do it.
Don't worry. Those savages will be punished.
But just lay here, bud.
My lord, you honor a poor soldier with your presence. But you're a welcome sight about now. It's the Wookiees. Shaggy Boots tore into my men with a vengeance. Less than a third of us escaped, and most look worse than Wexel here.
They're only Wookiees, Captain. No match for Imperial troops.
In a proper fight we might have held, but the savages weren't much interested in one of those. We weren't expecting such resistance. My men have been converting Corellian factories for the Empires. No problems until we got to the Magnogravitics plant. The Wookiees in the plant refused to hand it over. They ambushed us, and now they're holding the factory. It's a bitter pill.
Your failure has created an explosive situation.
You think I'm not aware of what has happened, either with the Wookiees or my men? Every hour they hold that factory, it inspires others into thinking they can defy the Empire. I hate to say it, but we need a show of force to discourage this from happening again. Your capabilities are beyond ours.
I'm making no promises.
I'd hope to see more enthusiasm from you, but I'll take what I can get. The Wookiees won't go easier on you just because your heart's not in it. So keep careful. You're going into Corellia's own savage jungle. Hopefully we can raise a glass when it's all done.
How dare this man tell me that my heart's not in it when he got his ass kicked?
And then he wants us to raise a glass or something. Shiso, what are you doing down here? Hang on, I gotta get this cat.
Cats! Lunk! Hello!
Come here.
Let's join the boss fight.
Oh boy. Oh my god. Shiso, you weigh 100 pounds.
What kind of cat is she?
Black and white.
Tabby cat?
I don't know.
Billy's a
You let this cat down here? The peer? It's okay. He's so big now. He's so big now.
Yeah, Bailey won't gain any weight.
I went to pick him up and I was like, huh.
Need Bailey to fatten up so I can stop being worried about her being underweight, but she gained weight.
I'm sure she's fine. Like, one of our cats is huge and one of them is little. You're not supposed to look at that. Don't ever look at that package again.
Package? My package?
Yeah, your package, Mira.
Wonk is in fancy.
Hold on a second. I gotta discuss something. Sometimes when I put my headset, like mic boom back down, it like double works and it goes back to mute even though it's down at the bottom. Alright.
So, let's head over here. Corellia is controlled by the Enchance Sith Empire.
What is this
Sure.
strangeness? We don't like that. Wait, where did you go?
Okay.
Okay.
North of you. So excited to get a new mount for your next character?
Oh my god, dude. I found out recently from Swatorista's stream that the log mount, remember that log?
Yeah.
It's no longer available, like at all.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh no. I don't know what mount I'm gonna get. I have 6,000 cartel points. Oops, I attacked that guy. It's okay.
1,000 cartel points. I don't even know how many I have. 4,448.
What the fuck is this weird? I'm probably gonna continue the tradition of just getting weird as fuck mounts.
That's fine with me.
I gotta find a weird mount to use.
Yeah, our next mounts are supposed to be organic mounts.
Really? When did you make this decision?
We talked about it last stream.
I don't think that you really had this conversation. You probably had it with your memory leak.
I had it with you. We were like trying to discuss talking about the weird cool little fucking what the hell is it? Rancor mount that we saw. And we're like, we should do organic and then mechanical.
Okay. Fuck this game.
Defeated by the God of War Ares. This area looks roughed up.
Corellia is not in such good shape. This looks like the Bronx in the 70s.
Bronx in the 70s.
It's just a perpetual wasteland of burned buildings and crumbling architecture because like the landlords just didn't do anything for their buildings and also treated all their people like shit. So
Am
they were
I
fired all the time.
interested in playing 13 Sentinels? Yes. I've actually seen that game advertised a few times now, and I've actually liked the way it looks. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. Oh, yeah, defeat 35 of these dudes? Alright. Get there.
Yeah.
For some reason, Jason is not doing a good job of picking mobs up.
Well,
Can you,
when it is a group of enemies, the tanks tend to not do very well.
yeah, that's true. You're right.
I just forgot where my the sable line was, the one where I can like oh it's hard.
Log, can you whisper me on Twitch a reminder to go look at gameplay for 13 Sentinels? Because I keep seeing it and the box art for it, I'm like, this looks like a really interesting game. Oh, for some reason on my screen, silly, your lightning, you shot it at these guys here, but my screen was showing you shooting it at the Wookiee Battle Masters over on the far side over there. Over here. Hey, thanks, Log. Appreciate it. Who's messaging?
Samira, I got this board game. Did I tell you about it? It's called Gloomhaven.
Didn't.
And it's like super I mean, I was saying to Rosa that like it seems like it's in some ways it's complicated, but it's more like there's just a lot of things to like remember the first few times you play it, and then like after that, like you get the idea of it. But it's like there's all these sorts of rules that they tell you about all sorts of things. So they're like when you're setting up the board, like it's like, dude, like look at these cards. These cards mean do you use these or don't use these for 2 players or 3 players or 4 players, and sorts of stuff like that. Oh man, I'm like halfway through the rule book, and I'm like, okay, when I finish reading the rule book, then I'll be ready to try to play the game.
Man, board games have gotten really complicated since I was a kid, because there's so many different ones now. But it's kind of cool that they're still making different innovative board games too. Hey, Sane. How you doing? Welcome. We had an issue of blue screening of deaths affecting my computer. Unfortunately, this has caused some problems. But we're back. I managed to fix it. Here we are. Lots of them. Here. Sorry that it fixed. Thanks, Sid.
I am going to make you suffer.
we kill all 35 of them yet? No, okay, so like 12 more.
Nope. Not even close.
Oh, no, 23 is close. How are you doing, Insane, though? How's your day going? I don't know if you saw, but we finished, where the fuck is Jason? There she is. We finished, The Last of Us and the DLC yesterday. Can't breathe.
I feel like we've only been playing that game for like 2 seconds.
It took all week to finish.
Oh. I guess that's a long time. You also like streamed for like 1,000 hours most of the days you played it.
Yeah. We'll be back to our usual time on Monday when we start The Last of Us 2. Then after that, we're back to Breath of Fire. I'm really excited to play Breath of Fire 3. Saying I haven't bothered looking into it too much yet, but does retro sorry, my voice started cracking. Does Retro Achievements have an emulator for PlayStation games? Because I can add that into Breath of Fire 3. Don't know how well it runs? Okay. I'll take a look for it then. Give it some test runs over the weekend, or over this week.
Taste our blood.
This will provide a bit of comfort to my men. Good to see those hairy savages shown their place.
Done.
Well, it's like you don't often get the chance to stop and think about how actually definitely racist the Empire is. Like super duper ultra, and it's actually other species. They're just super racist, like ultra racist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's even prevalent in the more recent Star Wars stuff with Sidious. That's 5, 3, and 4 have achievement sets. Okay, that's awesome. Rude. Yeah, so okay, I'll take a look at that and see if I can get that up and going, because it'd be fun to earn achievements while streaming it. I had a lot of fun with the retro achievements when I played SMT2, so thanks for showing me that. Still, if you're interested, if you ever do emulation, there's a site called Retro Achievements that adds achievements to really old games like Super Mario RPG and the like.
I'd rather they remove achievements from games so I don't feel like I need to get them. I hate achievements because I don't want to know they're there. I just want to beat the game and be like, I did everything I possibly could. I'm done. Yay. Like, just the instant and just knowing that there were 108 like characters to get was the worst thing they could have possibly done to my life. Because I had to get all of them. In every game.
Yeah, I'm worried about playing Suikoden because it's really popular amongst RPG fanatics, and
they're all very good.
I understand they're all really good. I just don't want to deal with people coming in asking me questions about whether I'm gonna get all 108 stars and then spoiling the game for me. Now, it's primarily a worry with Suikoden that this is gonna happen more so than with other games, because I've actually watched Strife stream the first Suikoden, and while I didn't pay attention to anything that was going on in game, he had a ton of people coming in and just spoiling things. Now he'd already played the game, but
yeah, I gotcha.
I have not seen any outrage about that, but that's an odd choice. Since Square, or since the oh, weird. Gotta kill 2 more rookies? 2 more. Since the original was graphically superior to the S version, some people really just want the prettier game.
Wait, what?
So, the Dragon Quest XI has its version and then the S version. The S version adds in a whole bunch of new content, but is graphically inferior because they use the Switch graphics.
It doesn't look any worse to me in any way. I have both.
To me, it doesn't look any different either, but some people realize that it uses the Switch version's graphics, which are technically, on paper, worse than 11.
How? There's no way you can see that. No human can see that.
These people can. Regardless, they are mad because they assumed it was going to be just for the Switch and not the port, but no, they just ported it over to all of these. Which, all right.
You can play them all in 1080p, so I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, but 1080p is not good enough anymore.
What?
Yeah, don't you remember when Dragon Quest Heroes came out? 1080p, 60 frames per second was considered subpar at best.
Yeah, but
it needs to play at 280 frames per second
are,
at 8K.
These are computer players who want like a game that's in 4K. Because you can't because PS4 doesn't do anything above 1080p as far as I know. So what's the issue?
Your guess is as good as mine because I don't actually have any issues with the graphics on S. PS4 Pro is 4K. Yeah. Like I guess they want their prettier graphics and.
No one has a PS4 Pro.
I have a Pro.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Nope.
I haven't done it.
I don't know. Rosa, I decided what I want for Christmas. PlayStation 5. Thank you. Oh yeah. Just have now I'm using your money, bitch.
Good luck getting a PS5 for Christmas.
Oh, someone what the hell happened to those enemies? That was weird. Rosa dropped her debit card or something somewhere and someone picked it up, and instead of trying to, you know, dispose of it legally in a way that would destroy it or contact the bank or anything, they decided to try to buy a whole bunch of shit with it.
Oh.
So like a liquor store, they went to a liquor store and bought like $100 something worth of liquor, and then they went to K Jewelers and tried to buy $4,000 worth of jewelry, and of course that's not gonna work.
$1,000 in jewelry.
Person. And I think that's kind of like how Rosa found out about it. No, dude, they bought like $100 worth of alcohol.
Oh, and Jake.
I wanna fuck next.
$4,000. Well, you are white. So.
You think the bigger outrage is they ported the Switch version and downgraded it, and are charging money for it? Yeah, I mean, when they take a version and it feels like they're downgrading it, I can see why they're outraged. I, again, still don't see much difference, but when you're being told you're getting less for
I know that code is right.
money.
Why aren't my escape passages opening?
You can't count on technology to save your skin.
Maybe all security is an illusion. When the alarm sounded, I knew there was trouble coming. Don't strike! I'm a secret Imperial agent working directly for Darth Baras.
You'd say anything to save your neck.
You must listen. The service I perform for Baras is critical. I collect information that helps keep rogue Imperial elements from destabilizing the Empire. But that's just the start. I'm essential in the fight for Corellia. I steer Republic-aligned resistance forces into battles they can't win. Shut me down, and we lose this war.
You are my enemy's spy, so you must perish.
No!
What was that? No!
You're just two lightsabers floating in the air.
Okay, so we were talking about that before, Sane, and that's what I was trying to ascertain. Is Persona 5 Royal enough of an upgrade to the game to warrant purchasing it at full price? And the general consensus is mixed. Some people say, yeah, it's a completely different game. And I'm like, it can't be a completely different game. It's the same story. And then Lonk and I were talking, and he and I both came to an agreement that Dragon Quest XI S and Persona 5 Royale need to never do this shit again. Miro's title is friendly. That's true, I just killed that guy. And my title's friendly.
What's this database? Here
Like,
it says.
I don't mind getting the full game again, but I don't want to pay full price for it again, if that makes sense. So if I could get Persona 5 Royale on sale, I'll get it then. Hang on a sec.